question is, can a guy be ran through? That's the question.
Like can chicks run through a dude?
Yeah.
Like meaning like he's used up.
I would assume.
What was your answer?
I didn't give an answer.
Why not?
Mostly the general consensus is no. A guy can't do that.
Who said yes? Chewy, right?
No one said yes.
The person that would ask the question, I'm assuming said no. That
Oh.
was their take on it. So
Was Keith the one to answer the question? You think niggas get ran through?
There you go.
Somebody
You
asked
doing
that.
too much.
I'm just
for
pause.
too little.
We doing No, I'm just asking.
Somebody asked him, he asked us.
Who, a girl asked you that? And she said yeah.
What it was is she said she don't want somebody that she don't want a guy that's been ran through.
She don't want
She
to.
also don't want a guy that's a virgin and don't know how to please a woman either. So she's gonna have to pick one or the other.
Exactly.
They can take this thing.
But she said she could teach her.
She can teach
Ain't
him.
no, first off,
Talk.
when women sit up here and say that they can teach a man how to please them, they don't even like it when a man try to give them direction on how to please them. So she shouldn't come out talking about, well, I can teach him. One, every woman is different. So if she going out for I can teach him, she gonna still have to teach him anyway. Because who he was messing with is gonna be totally different than what she is anyway. You know what I mean? Like they gonna have different likes and dislikes. So it shouldn't be about whether or not the man is wearing through or anything like that. When a man has sex with a woman, it's a totally different thing. You know what I mean? Like we can have sex with a woman and for the most part not be connected to them mentally, spiritually, or anything else like that. When a woman gives herself to a man, she's losing a part of herself.
Right.
So
You know why? Because women have already lost themselves before they even gave it up.
absolutely.
They fucking confused from the rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think dudes get ran through because naturally it's not I mean, it might not be fair, but there's a double standard that exists in the world. And that's just the reality. You know what I mean? So because of the double standard, there's always going to be more women than there are men. And so somebody actually said one time that that's not true, right? I was talking to the lady Lisa Scott, the lady the lady I do with the blonde hair, and she be fixing girls' brains. You know what I'm talking about? Oh God. Anyway, but she was saying that she found a stat, and she said that's not true. She was basically saying that that's not true. There are equal amount of women and men. But my point was, even if there is an equal amount, the women want a certain kind of man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they want a dude that works and is attractive and got swag and all that. So that, yeah. Yeah, so because of that, they have less options than we do.
Yeah.
Where a dude can, I mean, he might want a certain type of woman, but you see, if there's scarcity, they'll fuck the fattest white girl ever. Dirty, like that. It's just the reality. Now, I won't do that, but that's what niggas do. But my point is, so if a dude has been,
Little dirt.
yeah. But if a guy's been with a whole bunch of women, even though he's been with a whole bunch of women, he's quote unquote ran through. If a woman is lonely and she don't have no other options, this guy treats her nice, she gonna be with him. That's just what it is. Don't matter what his body count and all that matters. None of that matters. So
Oh, that. But if they want to start with the whole perception thing, they gonna have to start with themselves. I've seen more women put down other women because of how many bodies they got.
Yeah.
Men that do it. You know what I mean? Like so.
women hate each other, bro.
Exactly.
Women hate each other.
They do. They literally do. They hate the shit out of each other. They act like they're friends and cool. I mean, you'll find some women that's uplifting. Like there's a small minority of level-headed women.
Level-headed women.
Yeah, they got logic and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But most times women, and I don't hate women. I love women to death, and I think they smart. But they think with emotions a lot of times. So
women are definitely more intelligent than men,
Yeah, definitely.
but they a lot more vindictive though too.
Mhm.
Women will support women when it doesn't affect their bottom line.
You're right. You're
You know
absolutely
what I mean?
right.
Like case in point with the whole WNBA thing, right? Like they don't even go to their own games. And to be honest, I think the reason why they don't go to one is to them it's probably not that exciting, but also two, they don't want to feel shamed. I guess you could say. You know what I mean? Because they looking at them women, they athletic, they doing their thing, whatever. And then they gotta go home and look at themselves and go like, that ain't me. You know what I mean?
That's
like
funny,
man, like we do that to some extent. Like we might look at another dude like, yo man, that dude fit, he got swag, whatever, blah blah. Like, you know, we might look at that as a blueprint on how to elevate ourselves, not necessarily go like, oh, don't get me wrong, there are some dudes out there, some big time haters. But for the most part, we ain't talking like here in this thing going like, you know, fuck that dude. Because he's 6'5", he can dunk, whatever. We ain't saying all that. So, I mean, like I said, women want perception to change, they got to start with themselves first.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but there's always a natural. I mean, there's a competition that exists between men, but it ain't like the one between women.
Yeah.
Because women, a lot of times, they have that competition between each other because they know there's a scarcity of men.
Right.
So because everybody's still, they don't want to admit that they actually be competing for men.
So women compete for men?
Hell yeah, they compete for men. Yo, all right, if you think about how every woman goal, not every woman, most women's goal is to get married. And their whole reasoning for getting married is just to feel like somebody chose them and is holding them over other women. They have this big dream of being like romanticized, and they got that fairy tale thing, you know what I mean? All that has to do with is them thinking that they're better than other women.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
But they hold it over their homegirls.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I'm married, I can't do this, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But they use it more like as a badge of honor, whereas we use it as like an excuse. Like, nah, I really can't go out. Cause you know what I mean?
I'm married, bro.
Yeah, like, hey, man, I really can't do that. But at the end of the day, man, like, I don't know, like, women always talk, like, and it's just like what you said, the whole competing thing. They're not even competing for dudes that's like regular dudes. They trying to compete for the dudes that's like in the top 5 or, you know, 1%. You know what I mean? I hate using that term, but that really is who they competing for because they feel like that's what they deserve or that's what level they at. And I'm like, mama, but also at the same time, like, when you ask them, like, what do you bring to the table? I'm like, you bring stuff to the table that I can either get a hooker, a maid, or, you know what I'm saying, or a real cool homegirl to do. I don't need you to do none of them things. Like,
Yeah, you're
I
right.
need you to bring your stuff that ain't the common, you know, denominator. Like, every girl think they pussy is just the best for some reason. But, like, that's just not true. Well, like, your pussy trash too. You just like to get a nut. So I ain't gonna tell you that right now. But,
There was, I don't think, let me run it back. I don't think the women are in competition for men because they want the men. I think they're in competition with each other for the man because they want the status.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's more so a status of, so I can elevate myself and prove that I'm as worthy as another woman is. And I don't, it don't really make sense to me. And I ain't gonna say all women do that, but there's a lot of them.
all women, but
Yeah.
I'll say there is a section of women that's really out there about it. You know what I mean? That's why they stay in like little certain circles. But don't get me wrong, there's other women that's out there that's definitely down to be with a dude that's got ambitions and stuff like that and want to build something with him. But either way, at the end of the day, it does come down to status. And I think a lot of women look at it as kind of like a badge. Like, yo, I'm married, you not. He chose me, you ain't get chosen. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, I think that's corny as hell.
So they be coming out here in the streets? I ain't
Yeah.
know that. You know what I'm saying?
You know that, nigga.
I ain't know that.
You know that. Look, so you are you the guy that would you mentioned prostitutes and shit, right? Nah, seriously. No, so are you the guy that would pay a woman just to get a nut off? Not now. I know you probably married or something. To my
No,
new
I'm
past.
married. But this is what I say, and this is what I've always believed. You always paying to get a nut off.
No, you are.
Always. Like, I'm not calling women prostitutes. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if you want something from it, it's coming with a price. Just like if you want something from a man, it's coming with a price. You know what I mean? Like a girl, like, oh, you know, I really want to go out, you know, and I don't know, I need you to spend a rack on me so I can sit and get a new wardrobe. Cool, I'm gonna spend this rack, but please believe at the end of the night, you doing X, Y, and Z. So it's coming with a price. You know what I mean?
Nah.
No, for real. If you, even if it's like, yo, I'm taking a girl out to get McDonald's, and she give it up to me at the end of the night, okay, I spend.
So the goal is to get her to give it up.
Yeah. I spent
You said, yeah.
I spent $5.99 just to get it. That's it. I mean,
See, I can't. All right. So for me personally, I've never done it
No.
ever.
But I always look at a date as like, is that. Now, whether or not it takes me one night or 90 days, at the end of the day, I'm still paying for it just to get it. You know what I mean? And if you get married, you still paying just to get it.
All right. So then look. So is the attraction like what? So if you had the option to just pay up front and get what you wanted, would you do that?
No.
Because you like to chase.
I love to chase.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm
But
extremely...
for me, the goal ain't always to land. Yeah, I ain't trying to get the end
I
from.
find it a huge turn off if a woman comes to me like, you know, I really like you, I'm feeling you, I'm just trying to do whatever for the night. I'm like, all right, well, you by yourself. So I ain't got time for you because
That's a turn off to me too.
it's a huge turn off. I'm like,
Those men, I was asking everybody in here how they want women to approach them. That's exactly what I was talking about.
I personally, I've had women approach before, but I ain't never like really liked it. You know what I mean? Like it ain't. I'm like, man, like okay, because my thing is if I'm interested, like I'm the type of dude if I'm interested, I ain't got a problem coming up to you. Now, whether or not you say yes or no at the end of the night, you know, whatever it is, what it is. I ain't got no problem. A woman comes to me, it to a sense is flattering, but it's also like, all right, well.
Oh, bro.
Like I ain't really interested in you. Like now you don't lost my interest to a certain. And there's different ways. Cause like I've had females, you know, sit up here and tell their homegirl like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm digging him. And then they let me know. And then I'm like, you know, I'm cool with that. But let me come and approach you, let me talk to you. I'm like extremely traditional when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be able to talk to you.
So I don't mind if a woman approach me. Like I'm flattered by that. But the way they approach me, like chicks be in my inbox, just reckless, or they do this shit. And somebody hit me a couple weeks ago, right? And she was like, "Oh yeah, I've always been interested in you." And I'm like, "Okay," but she don't know me. I don't know her neither. So in my opinion, all right. So if you see something from afar that attracts you, that's cool. You have an idea about me, right? But then and that's okay, whatever your idea is. So all right, spend some time to get to know me then. If I was available, but the thing is, you'll do that, and then the very next conversation is, I don't want to be lied to. I'm looking for honesty. Yeah. I'm looking for somebody who want to build with me, and I'm like, well, nigga, you don't even know me.
Exactly.
What the fuck you want to build with me? You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing. You don't know like so. Like basically, you're talking about your baggage, basically. Right. You're giving me a hint that you got all this baggage, and that, you know, I'm looking for this, but it needs to follow all these rules. So now here's the thing. I don't do it, but you're lucky that I'm not that kind of nigga, because other niggas will say, oh, that's what you're looking for? And they'll tell you every fucking thing you want to hear, and then next thing you know, they living with you, they driving your car, and you financing their whole life. And thank God I ain't a cruddy nigga like that, but that's how a lot of dudes do it. And then they just end up, by the time a couple years go by, the woman wake up and find out she was getting used. Yep. Like, yo, you did it to yourself.
And I was about to say, now she hate the whole entire world. It ain't shit because of the choices she made.
Yep.
But I mean, like I tell like my brothers and stuff like that, I tell them all the time, I'm like that first like 3 to 6 months, you kind of gotta like not even pay attention to that anyway, because that's our honeymoon stage. Everybody acting nice, everybody showing you their best within those first couple months for most part. I'm curious about you know, everything after that. Like, what type of person are you once you have to drop the facade and stop playing the character? Like, who are you for real?
Yeah.
I'm like, and once we get to that, then we can really start talking and start trying to figure out, you know, where it's gonna go.
I 100% agree, man.
But I ain't gonna lie. Like, dating nowadays, if I was single now, it'd be super weird to me because it seemed like everybody afraid for the most part. I'll say younger people. I ain't gonna say people around my age, but it seemed like everybody afraid just to even walk up and talk to somebody. Like they'd rather shoot their shot in a DM or something like that. Instead, I could never do that.
Yeah, bro. I'm right with you, bro. Like I would never in a million years, like DM somebody and be like just come from the rip, like, hey, because I don't know anything about you other than you look good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really start a natural conversation like that. It's different if like we've been commenting back and forth on something for a while, and now we have something to talk about, and then the conversation turns to that. But to just hop in somebody's inbox from the rip, like, yo, what's up? You got a man? What's up? Like I would never, like, I would never, because I don't like when women do that to me.
That's super weird and mad lame to me. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't see the point in doing all that stuff. I'm like, for every chick that you hitting up in the DM, I'm pretty sure you can find somebody, you know what I'm saying, if you just walking around or even at, at a store or something, whatever, just shoot your shot. It seems like everybody afraid to do that.